I use drinking for philosophizing. That doesn't even make sense. What? I absolutely will sip my pumpkin peach ale. That shit is fabulous. Hey Weirdlings, our friends at Adam's Apple Games sent me Brewin USA, a Euro-style game for 2 to 5 players. In this game, you are buying ingredients to brew beer, and then you're bringing that beer out to market. Your goal is to collect bottle caps, which is money in this game, and the money will translate into victory points at the end of the game. To set up this game, you are going to deal out a number of city tiles as well as money according to the number of players. Then you will pass out 5 beer cards and discard down to 3. Brewin USA is played in 4 phases. In the first phase, you are going to buy ingredients from the auction. The auction is set up with a number of columns based on how many players there are, and the columns will continue being built until you run across a duplicate card, or there are 6 cards in that column. Did I mention that the first player sets up the auction? Probably not. The first player sets up the auction, so the second player, the person next in line counterclockwise, clockwise, the next person in line gets to pick what column they want to bid on. They'll take the auction tracker and lay it down on the board for the column that they want to bid on, and then take their little token and place it on their bid value. Bid will go around the board until everyone passes. Winner gets to take the column of their ingredients. That will go into your hand. Once the auction phase is over, the person who ran the auction gets to take all the money and lay it out across the world. The world is really the United States, but you know, because that's why it's Brewin USA. They'll take the money and then lay it out in any denomination they see fit across the United States. They cannot put it in locations where there are people currently occupying. Once everyone receives a column of ingredients, you'll move on to the brew phase. When you're brewing a beer, you're going to pick your beer, as well as the ingredients that fulfill the requirements of that beer. Then you're allowed to add, oh, where'd my pumpkin go? One additive ingredient, in which case I'm adding pumpkin. Ha! Which allows me to draw 2 extra cards from the ingredient deck. Then you will place your beer somewhere on the world that can accept your beer, like here, and your little token guy. On each of the cities, there will be beer types. So the beer types are underneath the little victory point conditions or whatever for that city. If it is white, it is good for that city. If it is colored in, it is special for that city. And if it does not exist, like in Tampa Bay, does not like things, you cannot put the beer there. If the city that you want to go to is already taken up, you are still able to go there, but there will be a brew fest in the next phase. After you brew a beer, you get to draw 2 new beer cards and then discard back down to 3. If there is a location in contention, you will now resolve a brew fest. Bring in the brew. Oh, that was real dorky. Why? During a brew fest, all the players participating will pick up to 3 ingredients from their hand. You don't have to pick 3 ingredients. That's why it's important for me to say up to. Semantics. The other player will take away 1 card from their hand, and the highest number left in their hand wins. After the brewfest is over, any ingredients used are then discarded. The money on the location will then be split amongst all the members in the brewfest. The winner of the brewfest gets to choose whether they're going to take that money into their inventory or they get to leave it on the location itself. The beer that participated in the brewfest but lost will go back to the player's inventory and can be then placed in a later round on location for the cost of 1 money. Before the round is over, you have to complete the auction, not the auction phase, the accounting phase. The accounting phase, you already did the auction. Don't worry about that. In the accounting phase, you have the option to either take a money off of your location and put it into your inventory for use, or to put money from your inventory onto your location. The game will be played in these rounds until 1 person brews 3 beers. Then you get to finish the round and count up points. Because this is a Euro-style game, scoring is the most important part of this game, because that's how the Euro-style games work. Victory points. First thing you'll score is the cities that you are currently occupying. If the city's active, which means you've brewed a beer that is the specialty beer, the colored in beer, you will get the bonus plus the number of market share on that card. Then you will score the columns. The values of the columns will be added to the person who owns the column, so whoever has the most beers brewed in that column. You will then score 5 points for every beer you brewed, as well as a point for every money that you have sitting out in front of you still, that's not out in market. Don't forget to use your handy dandy scorecard to help you keep track of the points, as well as to determine the winner. Person with the most points wins. To become a master craftsman, you are going to need my top 3 tips. Tip number 1, brewfests bring in the most cash. If you are hurting for cash, but you have a beer that you can launch out into the world, take that person who's sitting on all that money down. Down so hard, down. Certain types of beers are a lot more expensive to make. Now, as far as I can tell, those beers also get you the highest bonuses in certain areas, so that's good to know, but keep that in mind. In fact, I'm gonna help cheat sheet you here for just a moment. I think it's the Pilsners and the IPAs that are the most expensive. Give me a second. Yes, it's the stouts and the IPAs. It's the stouts and the IPAs. Stouts and IPAs are the most expensive to brew, so keep that in mind when you are determining your starter 3 beers. You're gonna want to make sure you keep those out of your head at first. Tip number 3. What was my tip number 3? When you are getting towards the end of the game, it is important that you start stacking money on the regions that you own control of. Also, if you're on the losing feed of that, make sure that you contend all of the high, easy to gain regions. If you've only got 2 columns there and it's a split, nobody gets the region bonus. So keep that in mind. You can take somebody out for their points. I really enjoyed this game. I think what I was most impressed about with this game is the fact that it does stick to a 1-hour time frame. I played it with 3 players, I played it with 5 players. In both of those cases, the game played within 1 hour, which is really cool considering we were also learning the game at the same time. How often do you learn a game and play it within the time that it says on the box? Never. The only thing I think I would have changed about the game is the rule set could have been edited a little bit more. Otherwise, it was wonderful, and I really enjoyed this game, and I'm glad that the guys at Adam's Apple Games decided to send it to me for review for you guys. If you are interested in picking up the games can be found on Amazon. It's already been kickstarted, so it's not in production. It's already out in the world. You can go pick it up yourself if you're interested. As always, there will be links down below if you are interested. We are the Weirdlings. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. What is your favorite craft beer, and what's your favorite beer for game night? What's this? Swear Cat stickers? You know you want some. Go to the DFTBA Records website and go to our merch store to get them. They are super cute. Oh my god. I'm gonna sticker everything. Everything! Bye, Weirdlings. See you next time.